And if you didn't notice, wherever there's gold, the meta girls be at, okay?
And we're gonna keep being there.
If you come at the king, you best not miss.
Acknowledge us.
Hey, guys, we're here at the Red Carpet Ring. We're here to talk about WWE SmackDown Go Home Show for Survivor Series. Roman Reigns, CM Punk. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about other segments on the show, guys. Let's chime into that. Thank you all for coming out to the Red Carpet Ring. We are here live, not just from YouTube, but Facebook and X. Get your likes in up here and over there as well. Thank you all for coming out. We are headed for Survivor Series WarGames. I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready for this PLE coming up. I'm definitely ready for it. As Kanye West said, you can't tell me nothing about it. We definitely gonna have one tonight. With that being said, though, guys, let's before we do go further, guys, let's do that thing I always have you guys do, which is a very simple task. Let's get into that right now.
Not real.
Trust me.
But that doesn't do anything, man.
All right. See who came into the ring before we began. Figure 4 TV, salute to you. Let's get it. That's right. Let's get it. And this is about SmackDown. This is what we're going to be talking about. But yeah, we got a good one headed for you guys. You guys want to miss out. We do have Survivor Series tonight. Supposed to be 4:30 Central Standard Time, 5:30 Eastern Standard Time, depending on your time zone. And of course, we'll talk about what went wrong with SmackDown, current news, stuff like that. We'll get to all that good stuff there. We'll definitely get into that, but let's do that. But with that being said, guys, before we do go any further, before we do get into it, guys, shortly, let's also get into the SmackDown match card, shall we? Let's look over that for a couple minutes. As you guys can see, we had advertised Roman Reigns and CM Punk had a segment. We had Jacob Fatu and Jey Uso in the main event. We also had Carmelo Hayes go one-on-one against the WWE champion Cody Rhodes non-title match. And we had a continuation of the Women's United States Championship Tournament for inaugural champion, triple threat of Last Legend, Michin, and Piper Niven. So let's look over that. But with that being said, let's get on to the first match of the show. Well, let's get on to the segment, shall we? Now, to kick off SmackDown, we did have the Women's Survivor Series teams kick off. Well, Women's WarGames team kick it off. So we had Nia. One side we had the Nia, Tiffany, Liv, Raquel, and Candice. And of course, in the ring we had Bayley, Bianca, Io Sky, Rhea, and Naomi. Now, it was some good parts here, guys. Nia Jax was cooking. She was trying to do the best way possible, get the teams to turn on each other, guys, if you remember that. Now, at one point of the show, when it kicked off, you had, the women, they were trying to figure out who's the mystery person to attack Jade Cargill. It's been a week now. But there's been a lot of fighting going on. Thing about it is, when they was talking about that, it was a lot of things that was speculated. Bianca and Naomi want to know who attacked Jade. Could have been anybody. The points finger and a lot of women. They think someone on the opposing team did it. That's one part. But it seemed awkward though. But they did mention that there's no motivation to find out who did it. I said it before that Bianca Belair may have done it. I said that. I've also said that possibly Naomi. Anyway, back to the whole thing. One thing Nia Jax was saying, she was saying, you know, why Bianca, are you gonna forget what Bayley did to you? She tortures you through the whole time during a few years ago when Bayley was part of Damage Control. She was cooking there. She had a good point. That's what Nia Jax was saying at first, which was true. That's one part she said that was true. Nothing she said, did you have a brain fart? Forget about it. Then she said, Bayley, don't you remember the EO got stabbed you in the back before WrestleMania with all your friends? And she also, and this is just early this year. So Nia was bringing up some very, very good key points. Very good key points. I got to give it to her. Very good key points that she brought up. And while it was going on, Rhea just wants to fight Liv. That's it. That's all it come down to. But it did seem weird to have, that's usually WarGames about the most people that are not allies team up. Bayley do not like Bianca. Rhea don't care for any of them, honestly. Rhea don't really have no beef with them. But Bianca and Io and Bayley, they all weird. But it was very, very awkward to see that. But either way, it ended up the women having a brawl out. They all attacked each other. All teams of all women attacked each other. So that's what we saw on this episode here to kick off SmackDown. Very, very strange, but awkwardness. It's still awkwardness, but we got to see Survivor Series who's going to win. So let's get on to the first match of the night. We had Andrade versus Shinsuke Nakamura, 1-on-1. And this match here to kick off the show was actually good. Very good match. Shinsuke had his first match back on, since being back on SmackDown. He has been on TV since April, guys. So it's been, 8 months pretty much. Almost 8 months. And he had an updated version of his theme song, new entrance, new gear. But either way, Nakamura had a lot of offense on Andrade. Andrade tried to use his speed and endurance, but Shinsuke's style with the striking, took him down. But it was just commercial breaks. They kept getting in the middle of it. I can see he's still having a good match. The turning point of this match was Andrade was on a roll. He was going to go into the turnbuckle, do his knee move. But while he was doing that, Shinsuke exposed the turnbuckle. He fooled Andrade and he ran to it. And while he was down, Shinsuke got with Kinshasa. And that was it. 1, 2, 3. Shinsuke wins the match. And then LA Knight came in because, Shinsuke been attacking LA Knight. But Shinsuke hit him with a miss. But I got to say, Shinsuke and Nakamura, and even to LA Knight, was definitely giving him some work.
So whether you like it or not, you about to get that work, son.
So he gave him that work. This was a good match to kick off SmackDown. First match of the night. And you guys already know that Shinsuke will be at Survivor Series challenging LA Knight for the United States Championship. I already did my prediction. Check that out. But let's get on to the next match of the show. We did have a 1-on-1 match. Carmelo Hayes versus Cody Rhodes, non-title match. Yeah, these guys here. This is a second match against one another. This was solid, good solid one. I like how Carmelo is gonna get some early offense in. I know Melo before the match started, he cut a promo on Cody saying that Kevin Owens is right. That's what you do. He said, "Why have friends when you have people like Cody Rhodes?" He was cooking on that mic. But either way, Carmelo was getting a good offense on him. He had the speed, but he didn't have experience, which Cody Rhodes had, and that's how Cody got him. Cody hit with Cody Cutter, and then he followed with a Crossroads 1-2-3. Carmelo Hayes defeated by Cody Rhodes, the champion. But it was still a good match. I know Melo can't get a win to save his life these days like he normally does, like he can, except for Andrade series. But he's still looking good. So only time gonna tell what else is gonna happen with Carmelo. That being said, let's get to the next match on the card. All right, we had a triple threat match. Michin versus Lash Legend versus Piper Niven. Another good quality match. Could easily be almost one of the best matches of the night. I do like how these women all worked well with each other. Lash Legend was dominating. She dominated both Michin and Piper Niven. Michin was also getting some good speed in there. But during the matchup, Chelsea Green, who's with Piper, she interfered. She tried to get a super kick on Michin, but B-Fab came for the save, and she beat up Chelsea Green. Then it came back to all three women, and there was just some good moments there. Now, there was some near falls with Lash Legend and Piper Niven, but Michin is the one who got the win. She got the pinfall, and Michin will advance in the Women's United States Championship tournament. Very good match, though. Very good match. Very, very good match. Gotta give a yeet for that one. Gotta give a yeet for that one.
Yeet.
So yeah, this was a very good match by these ladies. Michin, I'm rooting for her to win the United States title, the Women's United States title. I'm rooting for her. I always say Michin or Chelsea Green. Those are the top two for me. Hopefully she do win it because Michin been putting in that work. I know Michin said on her one of her posts that she came up short winning the Women's NXT North American Championship. Maybe she could rebound and win the Women's United States Championship by winning this tournament, win the title. So I'm rooting for her to win. I definitely hope she pulls it through. I know Michin is very, very talented, but if not Chelsea, but, Chelsea did advance last week when she defeated Bianca Belair. And who else was in that match? She did advance. And I think that's where it's going to next, actually, with that tournament. So I definitely like where this is going. They just got to keep the momentum going. Keep the momentum going. They're gonna look good. Headed to as they go further on into the rounds. Definitely gonna look good. I can't wait to see what's next. I can't see what they're gonna do next, but we definitely got a very good, and I'll say very good lineup coming up because now it comes down to there's 3 women that advanced already. As of last week, 3 women have advanced, including Michin on SmackDown. So it's looking very, very solid for these women. And there's some good names in there that could easily become the inaugural Women's United States champion. So let's not forget about that. And if we look at this tournament right here, we got Bayley advance. She advanced when she won her first matchup when she defeated Cancer Rain and B-Fat. Chelsea advanced. Bianca and Blair Davenport. And we have Michin, who just beat Lash Legend and Piper Niven. And next week, we're going to have Naomi, Tiffany Stratton, and Elektra Lopez. So whoever wins out of those 4 is going to be a finals, and that'll be a Saturday night's main event where we'll be crowned our inaugural Women's United States champion. And I got to give credit where credit's due. Michin also not only did well, Last Legend also did well too. Last Legend is very, very underrated. She don't get enough credit. She also did well in this matchup. I gotta give her credit too. And with that being said, I give her a yeet.
Yeet.
So another one, like I said, Last Legend definitely did her thing. I like what she did. They both all look good. But now we got the tournament. It's only gonna come down to 4. So it's gonna be between Bailey, Michin, Chelsea Green, and the winners of next week of Naomi, Tiffany Stratton, and Alexa Lopez. More likely, if I had to guess right now, maybe Naomi wins. Tiffany has the contract, she don't need it. Alexa Lopez, let's be serious, she's a valet. So more likely be those 4. And it could come down to Chelsea Green and Michin or Chelsea Green and Naomi. But we're going to see what happens next, though. Let's get on to the next part of the show. Now, we had a segment here. We had CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and Paul Heyman. All 3, Roman, Punk, Paul, good cinema. I'm going to say that, good cinema. This is great cinema when Roman do his segments like this. We saw this with the movie, with the football field, football field with Cody and Roman. But this is definitely good. And it was just crazy. Paul and Roman was waiting for Punk, and Roman sounded like to wait. And then Punk pops up, and they said, Paul Heyman was telling Roman, we needed Punk. We need him to, help with this whole new bloodline. Roman said, I don't want his help, but the wise men called for CM Punk. And you could tell that Roman Reigns is jealous. He wants the wise man all to himself. And he don't like the fact that wise men attended to CM Punk over him. Remember, Roman did call the wise man, no answer. We don't know how that story unfolded with the phone call. Remember that part where he couldn't get a hold of Paul. His phone went to the wrong phone number and all that. But if you notice, Paul Heyman is being called the wise man also by CM Punk, not just Roman. And it's clearly that Roman and Punk do not like each other. It is so clear that that's what it is. We know that's what it is. And besides that, Roman, he did not like how Punk was coming at him. Roman still want that. I'm the tribal chief. I'm the top dog. All of that. And the things Roman was saying was crazy because he was saying, during a segment, they said, I don't like your tone. I don't like your attitude. I don't like you. That's what Roman said to CM Punk. And CM Punk said, I don't care. But Roman and Punk listened to Paul when Paul Heyman said, divided, we all fall solo. United, at best, we survive. So I like that part as well. Very good, pure cinema. Very good, pure cinema. I like how these guys was definitely letting each other have it. And then Punk told Roman, if we survive WarGames, you want to revisit this conversation, it's just me and you, I'm all ears. And then Punk just kept saying, I'm here for the wise man. I'm here for Paul. I'm here for Paul. I'm not here for you. I'm not doing this for you. We saw this last week when everybody in the OG bloodline put the ones of CM Punk did to go to sleep. He didn't put up on the one because he's not bloodline. He's not. But other than that, though, this was definitely good to see. I can't wait to see what happens next at WarGames. We're gonna see how that's gonna go between this team of the OG bloodline. Because it's gonna be something. I can tell you that much right now. Definitely gonna be something with that. But another great segment of the show. Give it a yeet.
Yeet.
So this is a good segment too. Very good segment. And then before we get to the main event, let's get to other parts of the show that happened. Kevin Owens, he did a segment, a short segment, right before Cody Rhodes match. He talked about how he been there with Bloodline since 2020 with Roman. He mentioned how I think it was Jey and Roman threw him off the top of the stage. He also mentioned I got hit by a golf cart Royal Rumble 2021. Then last year's Royal Rumble, you know, how they took him out, so he kept on fighting. So that was right before the Cody and Carmelo match. Well, in that, everything was hitting with these segments here, definitely hitting. But I like where this is going. I like where this is going with Kevin Owens and Cody. I will say that. Other than that, though, guys, it was good. It was good. I know Tommaso Ciampa got to a Johnny Gargano. He said he would tell him, he would give him one more week to settle differences. Basically, we're going to see a breakup between Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. So, but I was expecting, I don't know, I guess they didn't need to. I was expecting Street Profits to make a, I guess an appearance since they're not at WarGames. But we'll see what happens next, though. We'll see how that's gonna go. But other than that, though, that's all pretty much what happened. We're gonna get to the bonus round shortly, and we will talk about Jacob Fatu versus Jey Uso. Whoever wins this match get the advantage for that Survivor Series WarGames team, respective team. So we gonna get to that right now. Let's do that. This was another solid match, though. Another solid match between Jacob and Jey. First time these two ever had a one-on-one match. Jacob Fatu, I think this is his first solo match. He had a nice entrance theme and everything. You know, both bloodlines were barred from ringside, as told by Nick Aldis early in the evening. You know, no one could interfere. No one could be at ringside and could show the ability. This made Jacob look he really shined, and Jacob did his thing. And Jey Uso made sure that Jacob looked good. Got to give that to him. Jacob was speared by Jey. You know, then we saw everything. It was good, though. Jey, just like he brought the fire, had the speed, the intensity. But the small werewolf did his thing. But he just dominated Jey. He did the Samoa drop on the table. He won the match with the moonsault. And Jey got the pop like he normally does. But very good match, though. Very good match between these two. And as when Jacob did win the match for his team for WarGames, we saw Solo come out and congratulate him, and he hugged him. And Solo embraced Jacob, but Jacob kept doing the praying hands. Solo, I love you, like he always do. And that was it. That closed SmackDown. Let's get to what do I think of the show? What do I think of the SmackDown? What I graded? I gotta be honest. This was an amazing SmackDown. I gotta give it 5 out of 5. This SmackDown was even better than Raw, and Raw was good. Just SmackDown was better. Look what we had. We had a great cinema segment of Roman Reigns, Wyatt, Paul Heyman, CM Punk. We had a great main event in Jey Uso versus Jacob Fatu. The women's WarGames opponents, they kicked off the show. Carmelo and Cody brought it. And then we had a triple threat of the Women's United States Championship Tournament. But very, very good show. Very good show. Very good show, though. But other than that, though, I thought it was a good show, though. Very good show. But other than that, though, guys, I give 5 out of 5. I think it was a great show, like I said before. We are headed to Survivor Series, which will be later today. We're gonna have some good matches set up. I believe it's 5 or 6 matches all together. The way they're gonna do it. So we're gonna see how that's gonna work. But I think it was very, very well done. Very well done. I like how things were constructed, and I gotta give it a due. Gotta give it a due. Very good. You guys, let me know, what do you think of Friday Night SmackDown? I thought this was very, very solid. Very, very solid. Everybody putting their work. Everybody was really ready for Survivor Series. They're ready. Everybody's ready. There's no doubt about it. They're ready. So I gotta give credit where credit's due. Everybody played their part. Everybody, took in heat of everything. This was a great, great show, guys. Great show. I like how they was doing. And if you guys haven't checked out already, check out the voting on the channel. What you guys voted, check on my community tab. 75% of people gave it an A. 60% gave it a B, 5% C, and 5% D or F. But definitely a good one. And I gotta give it a yeet for that one.
Yeet.
But yeah, let's talk about it. Oh, appreciate it. Yes, my voice is getting better. That's right. Jesus said, I bet, bro. Still talking about Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, man, 40. Yeah. But yeah, this was SmackDown. Let's get into what went wrong with SmackDown, shall we? Despite the ratings, I'll go over what went wrong with the show. Let's talk about it. One thing I noticed, y'all talk all this crap about Roman Reigns barely defends his title. I see the same thing with Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes has not defended his title, I want to say, since the SmackDown premiere when it returned to USA Network in Steel Cage match against Solo, which was almost 2 months ago. So y'all talked about Roman didn't defend the belt, Roman's part-time, Cody's full-time, he still don't defend the belt as much. So I don't like that. And I know he defended against Carmelo before, but he still don't defend his belt enough. He's not even defending Survivor Series. He's not going to defend the belt again until Saturday Night Main Event, which will be in a few weeks. So that I don't like. And you know what happens if I don't like stuff like that.
You just made the list!
So I just wanted to notate that. Another thing I noticed on this episode of SmackDown, it's a minor thing. No Street Profits appearance. I was expecting them to come up. I know Street Profits do not have a match on the card for Survivor Series. They're not on there. So I thought at least they was going to show them, but I see they didn't. And then we don't know nothing about them. So there was really no tag team action. But like I said, it's for Survivor Series WarGames. But you know what happens when I see stuff like that?
You just made the list!
So let's talk about that. Another thing, that's really the only things I had an issue with. This SmackDown was really good, really solid, guys. Really didn't have too much of an issue with this show. I really don't have much to say. With that being said, we'll go over current news. Let's talk about it. I'm going to talk about something simple. Who is most likely to return at Survivor Series for WarGames for the women? Bonus round will be for the men's. Now, between these four, who's coming back to Survivor Series? Now, will Carmelo be the one to return at Survivor Series? I would say no. I don't think she'll be the one. I don't see that happening. Carmella, she's not going to make an impact. If I do see a return, more likely Royal Rumble or another event. So it won't be Carmella. I don't see her returning to that just yet. I don't see that happening. I could be wrong. But Carmelo's not going to be the one to return. Many people are saying Alexa Bliss may return. Again, I don't see that happening for her either. I don't see her returning to Survivor Series. If she returns similar to Carmella, it will be at the Royal Rumble because they're saving her return. Alexa is ready, but WWE has to make a decision when they're going to have her come back. So that will be a no for that one. Then it comes down to Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair. Becky Lynch, again, no. I don't see her coming back either. I don't see her coming back. Not right now. Becky's not needed for Survivor Series. Becky, again, Royal Rumble, or the Netflix episode of Raw, one or the other. Either she come back at the Netflix debut on Raw or Royal Rumble. Or just similar to Carmelo and Alexa Bliss, same situation. Last but not least, Charlotte Flair. Now, if anyone was to come back and return at Survivor Series, it'd be Charlotte Flair. Now, that I can see happening because we haven't seen Charlotte in almost a year. She's been out to almost as long as the other two. Becky, not so long. Carmelo and Alexa been out for over a year. Charlotte could be the one. And I know the crowd's going to go crazy. They'll have a yeet moment when she come back.
Yeet.
So I could see that happening. Charlotte's probably the most possibility out of all four. They could come. The other three I don't see happening. If anything, it will more likely be Charlotte Flair to return. Now that's my current news. But now we're going to get to the men's side. We're going to talk about, we'll go to bonus round here. We're going to talk about the men's in a second. Salute to you, Truth Speaks. The bonus round here will be about who's gonna show up at Survivor Series. Who's showing up? Who's more likely to show up? Now we got 4 choices here, just like the women. First, we got Drew McIntyre. Can Drew show up at Survivor Series? That is a possibility. That is a possibility because Drew, I don't think he's done with Punk yet. He may come attack Punk after the men's WarGames match. He could very well get in the way, Claymore Punk, do what he does, or try to attack somebody. So he could very well do that. He could be very well a factor. Obviously, because we have seen Drew since Bad Blood, which was back in October. So that very well could be the case with Drew McIntyre. He could be a reason for that. So don't sleep on Drew McIntyre. Another option, Seth Rollins. Is Seth Rollins want to return as Survivor Series? Now he's more than likely than Drew McIntyre. Seth Rollins was approached several times to join the OG Bloodline team at WarGames to go into battle against the new Bloodline. He declined twice. He has beef with Roman Reigns. Said next time he see Roman Reigns in the ring, he will stomp his head to the ground. But now that we know that CM Punk, another arch rival of Seth Rollins, has joined the OG Bloodline, he's going to be feeling some type of way of why he didn't come, and he could come in and try to give out some work.
So whether you like it or not, you about to get that work, son.
Go. So Seth Rollins could be he could be more than likely than anybody else on this list, honestly, that I see that could show up at Survivor Series and attack Roman, CM Punk, whoever. He could very well be that guy. Do not sleep on that. So let's keep that in mind. Another option, Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar, now he lives in Canada. Survivor Series in Canada. I know there's been talk about how hometown heroes he could show up and how he could be a factor to show up. But we gotta remember Brock Lesnar, he's not as big as he used to be. He lost a lot of muscle mass. I don't see him doing that. I don't see it happening. I don't see that being the case with Brock Lesnar. I think Brock is done with WWE. He has nothing else to prove. He said in interviews he don't care about Hall of Fame, no legacy. So I don't think he's going to do that. But the crowd would pop if he showed up and returned at Survivor Series. But I don't think that's going to happen. Now Brock Lesnar has not been shown since August of last year, August SummerSlam 2023, when he faced off against Cody Rhodes 1-on-1, in which Cody Rhodes defeated Brock. But I don't see that happening. Another option, The Rock, the final boss. Could Final Boss be one to show up? He very well could be a reason too. He's similar to Seth Rollins, more than likely. Remember, he's still the final boss. He's tied to the bloodline. He could be tied to Paul Heyman. He could be instructing Paul Heyman. Could be instructing Solo to do what he got to do. So do not count The Rock out. I could see that very well happening with The Rock. He's very likely. I see Seth and Rock being the most viable options. Drew, possible. Brock, no. You can see even two of these four guys showing up at Survivor Series, because Rock has not been seen since Bad Blood, similar to Drew McIntyre. So we could very well see the case being. But Seth Rollins' most recent has been seen on WWE TV out of all 40s men. And Rock, he still got ties to the bloodline. And Drew still got ties to CM Punk. You guys let me know, who do you have? Who do you have showing up at WarGames? Who's showing up? So that remains to be seen. But we gonna go out. I have nothing else more. We gonna go ahead and prepare for Survivor Series. I will be back here later on tonight to cover Survivor Series WarGames. Do a stream of post-show reaction, so you don't want to miss out on that. So that's all I have for that. We got the WWE SmackDown Go Home show for Survivor Series. Roman Reigns, CM Punk, a lot of other segments, guys. Thank you all for coming out and checking out the stream. Soon to videos will pop up, guys. You guys click the links below. You guys already know what it is at this point. It is O-U-T.
Like I say this a lot, we're not a sport. We're a movie about a sport, or a TV show about a sport, right? So the interest of all the other...
I feel like the heel turn did wonders for me. There was a sense of reality in that, to where I had hit a point, and the babyface stuff was going great. The Alpha Academy stuff was going great. We had a blast with that. But I'm a realist, and I'm also like a long-term thinker.